Hello, this is a video tutorial on creating a viable and rich digital portfolio. As a student, it's important to recognize that your digital portfolio is an extension of your digital footprint, and your digital footprint truly matters within a globally connected world. So here is a video overview on how to create your digital portfolio through the pillars of branding. As you begin to create your digital portfolio, it's important to recognize that your brand primarily is that of a student. However, your portfolio should really be about your whole person, your interests, your hobbies, your passions. So when we talk about positive digital citizenship, we want students to create an online brand that is representative of who they are, both as learners and importantly as people. Because when sharing online, you're recognizing the potential of being vetted whether you know it or not. So looking to the future, perhaps with post-secondary applications, you may be vetted. That means that academic institutions, colleges, universities could be looking for your digital footprint to determine what type of character you are and what type of learner you are. Perhaps you're applying for a part-time job and your employer is vetting your digital footprint to see your characterization, your footprint online to determine again the type of person that you are. Importantly, your digital portfolio, your digital footprint doesn't truly define you by any means, but it does provide people with a window into aspects of your identity. So recognizing that we are living very much in a digital world and a digital culture where information and ideas are readily being shared online, it's important to recognize that your digital portfolio within the education context, your individual pathway plan is very much a viable entity in shaping new opportunities, both for learning and for other aspects of your professional life. So when you start to begin your creation of a digital portfolio, recognize primarily again, you're doing so through the lens of a student. We want to showcase your learning artifacts online. We want to celebrate all of your achievements in school as a learner online. But also part of your brand is your interests, your hobbies, your passions. So as an educator, my first career was in film and TV production. My background's in film production. I have a diploma in film and TV production from Humber College. I have a degree from Brock University in film studies, and I'm a communications technology teacher by training, if you will. And I'm currently working on my Master's of Education in Media Literacy at Queen's University. Along with that, I've had extensive experience in writing curriculum. I present across the province for OECTA, the Ontario English Catholic Teacher Association, and other institutions in education. So I want my online brand to really speak to who I am as a teacher, but also my other aspects of professional self. So when I create my digital portfolio, this digital portfolio is strictly about Anthony Perrotta, the professional. I'm a father, I'm a husband, but I don't readily share that online. I keep the family stuff. But what you're going to see here is very much the professional me. So when we talk about brand pillars, what we're talking about, what are going to be the focuses of your particular website. In my case with this website, I'm a teacher, I'm a communications technology specialist, I'm a tech ed consultant, curriculum writer, presenter, media producer, and Queen's University grad student. So with this website, I'm curating artifacts that speak to my pillars of my brand. So I'm speaking to me as a teacher, I'm speaking to me as a tech ed consultant, I'm highlighting the curriculum that I've written. Why? Because I can say that I've written curriculum, but I want to provide evidence of that curriculum. I highlight my presentation background, my work as a film and new media producer is highlighted. And so the whole idea is that in the past we could tell people about ourselves, but now we can show. And that's so critical as a student in the 21st century. We want to be able not only to tell of what we've done in school, but show. We want to authenticate. And so that's the power of a digital portfolio. It's that idea that we can authenticate what we've done. And also we want to be able to be reflective as an individual. So you'll see on my website that my landing page is actually a blog space. So about once a month or twice a month, I blog about things within my brandscape, if you will, that is of interest to me. So most recently here, at the time of this video production, there was the release of a new movie trailer for Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun was a very popular film from the 1980s. I'm an 80s baby, so I was looking at the trailer through the lens of media literacy, and I wrote a blog about the new trailer for Top Gun Maverick and the 80s Renaissance. This idea that the nostalgia of the 80s is bleeding into our contemporary space because we're yearning for a more innocent time, if you will. So with that said, I blogged about the trailer. I embedded the trailer here. You're going to notice here that my post is tagged within particular categories. So when you start blogging, you can tag your posts. And that's important because the tags are what allows your post to be found within a search engine like Google. So let's say someone perhaps in a European country is typing in why Top Gun Maverick and culture, the new Top Gun Maverick trailer, why are they making a new Top Gun? Those are tags, and potentially my blog would appear in those tags. Here is a blog about the film Batman turning 30 years old. Again, it's a media literacy blog. But as you scroll down, another media literacy blog. So I do quite a bit of writing about media literacy. And here is a blog about self-regulation and inquiry reflection. And this was one that I wrote in March of 2019 in regards to a project I was doing as a Masters of Ed student at Queen's. So just like you, I'm posting an artifact here and I'm reflecting on it. Here's the artifact. And I'm reflecting on it. What have I learned from this artifact? What are my next steps? What are my continued learning goals for my course? And that very much speaks to who you are and your need to be a self-regulated learner. And being self-regulated understands or means that you understand in many ways who you are as a learner and your next steps for learning. So this is the main blog space here. Now here are some pages that I have, and this is going to be different for you, but here are some pages that I have. So first, my home landing page is the blog space, okay? And the blog is important because the blogging allows you to grow as an effective communicator, helps you to grow in your ability to communicate meaningfully. It also allows people who are entering your website to have a sense of your personality, your sensibilities, your point of view. That's what the writing and the blogging allows. Then you have a page for the about. So this is about Anthony. So this is a bit of a biography about who you are as a learner in this time, your goals, aspirations perhaps. For my website, this is part of my brand. I said that I'm a curriculum writer and presenter. Well, here's me proving it. Here are selected writing projects, presentations, and you'll notice here there's hyperlinks. So back in 2018, I said I presented at a 2-day summer institute. I click on the link and there we have it. There's evidence, right? These are tweets that people shared of the presentation. Here's my CV. So an extended resume. And what I've done, because this is very much a professional workspace where I am also freelancing my skills, if you will, people can request my resume in detail by filling in this contact form. So here are film and teacher film and media teacher resources. So the whole idea of being a teacher is being connected, is sharing with like-minded individuals. It's about building a professional learning network. And that's something that you're doing by creating your own website. You are creating and contributing to a professional student network, if you will. So here are resources that teachers around the world can use. Let's say I'm having a conversation with a teacher at a conference and they're interested in media literacy. I can say, hey, go to my website and feel free to use some of the resources under new media resources. Now, I'm a film and new media producer with a film and TV background. That's one thing to say it, but it's nice to show it. So if I'm speaking even to my own students in the classroom as a comm tech teacher, I give them an introduction of the course and I say, hey, by the way, this is work that I do professionally. So when I'm addressing you, it's coming through or it's coming from a particular lens. Well, how do my students actually know? They can go to my website and they can see some of the work. And here's press, students in media, everything in this nature. So when we're thinking about your website, we want to have a home. We want to have an about you. Okay. Perhaps you have a resume that you've started. You can place it there. But there should be a link for courses. Okay. And then there should be under courses, perhaps individual pages. So that they would be called child pages, if you will, or sub pages of each particular course that you're currently taking. So if you're a grade 9 student building your digital portfolio, we want to have a homepage. The homepage is the blog space. So let's say you're a grade 9 student. You're a grade 9 student. You have an interest in hockey. You play rep hockey. You're a hockey player, which is wonderful. Talk about that. Talk about your experiences at competitions, at tournaments rather. Maybe you're in a new training camp. Speak about that. Take pictures of the training camp experience. Blog about it. Why not? Show aspects of who you are. Very, very important to do so. Perhaps you are a hobbyist photographer and you've gone to a festival. Take pictures of that festival, or you've gone on a vacation with family and friends. Highlight aspects of who you are. So that's the home. And again, you're blogging about those experiences. About Anthony. So in this case, you are sharing a bit about who you are, aspirations. Okay, you're still a learner, you're still growing. And then here, perhaps, instead of having curriculum writing and presentations, you would have courses of study. And then under courses of study would be sub-pages for each of your courses. And then importantly, within those sub-pages, you are curating learning artifacts and you're reflecting on those artifacts. Very, very important to do so. So you are posting a artifact, say from a geography class, but then you are reflecting, you're self-regulating. Explain what the learning task was. What did you gain from the learning task? What would you do differently? Show your critical reflection. So not only could you post the geography artifact within the geography homepage, but then you could blog about it as well, because the blog is your front face. This is what people see right away. Okay. And then you can list any other pages that you like. Maybe pages for your hobbies, etc., etc. And it's a good idea also to have a contact. For your contact, remember, we want to be responsible and safe online. So don't overemphasize too much information. Put your first name and last name and an email. Do not put your date of birth. Do not put your home address. Do not put your home phone number or your cell phone number. Basic contact information, email. And if you do receive any emails or communications potentially that you feel are not legitimate or a bit disconcerting, speak to a teacher, show your parent, but importantly, do not communicate. Do not communicate with any individual that you feel is reaching out within a framework that is perhaps not fitting of what this experiment is, which is about schooling. Okay, which is about schooling. And if there is any type of communication that's inappropriate, please refer that communication to your parents or to a teacher for support. this whole idea and this whole space is very much about who you are as a student and about building a professional student network. So the website really is part one. This is the kind of genesis of all of your sharing. And once you have this website up and running, the next step of your branding is to leverage social media, because step one is the website curating, if you will. And then social media like Twitter is the connecting. So I always say create. That's what you're doing in class, in school, within the context of your brand, your experiences. You're creating unique opportunities. Curate is the website itself. This is the curation. This is where you bring it all together. And then connect. Now we need to connect with people. So for example, with the Top Gun Maverick blog here, what did I do? I went to Twitter and then I blogged about it within Twitter. So I would say in Twitter, hey, this is my movie review or my movie trailer review for Maverick Top Gun. Check it out. Hashtag Maverick Top Gun. Hashtag Top Gun 2020. Hashtag new Top Gun movie. At Tom Cruise. At Paramount. At Top Gun movie. So I'm leveraging all of the handles and all of the hashtags to basically disseminate my information, disseminate my posts, get it out there to as many viewers as possible. Sometimes you receive feedback, sometimes you don't. What can you do? That's okay. But you as a learner, when you are sending out into the Twitterverse, you want that critical feedback. So let's say this was your trailer review for Top Gun Maverick as a student. You could tweet it out saying, fresh from my grade 9 English classroom is a trailer review for Top Gun Maverick. Please check it out and provide some critical feedback. What are your thoughts? At hashtag, whatever the case may be. And you may receive responses saying, hey, great writing. Have you ever thought about this focus? Or, wow, I can't wait to watch the movie. Thanks for sharing this. The whole idea is to build that digital footprint. And the more you share online, the more you blog, the more you post, especially with the blog, more readily can your digital brand be found. So for example, if you just type in my name, Anthony Perrotta, into Google, you will find that I am the first or second find in Google. It's either my website or my Twitter. Why? Because I'm readily sharing. So a search engine like Google kind of ratifies my name and my footprint, and hence I'm found quite readily and immediately upon searching for my name. So I hope this is a viable example for you. And in working with your classroom teacher, I'm sure you will have a wonderful experience in building your digital portfolio, which very much is your individual pathway plan. So I encourage you to be creative, celebrate yourself as a learner, celebrate your interests and your hobbies, and be professional online, because what you put into the web will stick in the web. The internet is a place of permanent marking. So remember, let's cross the road safely, if you will. Let's embark on this digital journey responsibly. Let's have fun. And let's use these new tools in a way that enriches your learning experience in a positive way. So good luck and have fun on this learning journey.